Now see with the Brews, or with Heater kicking my ass this week, I can't go to my woodshed. You know, I can't put nobody back there. You know, I'm already back there. So what you guys are not going to be able to see this week is what I had planned for Heater. I mean, I know Patrick Swayze passed this year, and he's the only guy we know that has better hair. So I had shit prepared for this. You know, I had Heater and Swayze dancing. You know, nobody puts Heater in the corner. I had all of that material ready. But I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to show it because I don't want people to feel as if this is an unfair forum that I have. So I'm not going to put that out there, and I'm not going to show it. So stay tuned next week. Maybe Ethan's woodshed will be back. Well, here we go. Week 8. Things are starting to clear up a little bit. Started off with our game of the week. We got Crooked Eye against Habib's Revenge. Now, this one was a pretty good game. We had a great pickup by the old Wiley 3-time champ. Picks up Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn turns up 30 points. And then we had Crooked Eye getting back to his old self and just rolling out a bunch of points. Hundies on Mondays, he quotes. Let's go to Fantasy Reality. Let's go to reality. The Eye is back. I mean, if Donovan McNabb plays well, his team plays well. And that's a potent offense he's running out there. Let's go to Fantasy. Fantasy is the 30 points that Mike got out of his receiving core. I mean, he needs Megatron back. Otherwise, it could be too little too late for Habib's. Oh, we come to this one, and I guess sometimes you get what you fucking deserve. I've called Heater the worst team in the league the whole damn year in my so-called forum. And Heater showed me that even the worst teams in the league can win a game every now and again. Let's go Fantasy Reality. Reality is, this is closer to what Heater's team is like than the 0-7 team that showed up. I mean, he's got 3 studs at wide receiver. He's got Kurt Warner, Stewart, Pierre Thomas, yeah, right. But this is closer to what he is than an 0-7 squad. Let's go to Fantasy. Right now, Fantasy looks like Triple A's playoff hopes. I mean, you get points out of 2 or 3 players, and that's about it, nickel and diamond. But we'll see when we get Ocho and Hines back next week. We'll see how it goes. In the absolute joke game of the week, I mean, Jesus, either one of you guys put out a team. I mean, half the league scored more than both of you guys combined. I mean, what do you really say about this? Matt only needed 24 points to win. I mean, period. Shockers, well, he's minus Brady and Moss. Fantasy reality for these guys, I mean, does it really matter? In a game that had game of the week potential, we had the Studs versus the Brews. And, well, boys and girls, this one may have a little music playing behind it as the Studs just pounded the Brews. Wasn't really much of a game. I mean, the Studs are just well balanced and starting to put up a lot of points. Let's go Fantasy Reality. Let's go reality. And this reality is, if the Studs are going to get 27 points out of Brett Favre, they are going to be damn near impossible to beat. It looks like you're going to have to get them in a shootout because they are pretty balanced with their receivers and running backs. Let's go to Fantasy. Fantasy is Buck can continue to try to be brilliant and play David Garrard over Romo. I mean, David Garrard is David Garrard for a reason. I mean, play Romo. And then we have the upset of the week. Ange has the next rolling. Beats down. Puts a little small beating on her black cuz in a nice family battle. Let's go to Fantasy Reality. Reality is, Ange is keeping this team afloat. She manages it much better than Nick ever did. So, why not have her to the party next week? See you there, Ange. Let's go to Fantasy. Fantasy is D-Simple make enough moves to get this team in the playoff. I mean, he's got the keys to a Corvette, as T said. And, well, let's see if he can keep it out of the ditch. Well, as Big Willie said, this was a mighty big victory for him. Mighty big. I mean, he keeps his head above water as far as the playoffs goes, and hell, he gets a chance to talk a little shit to T, and that never hurts anybody. Let's go to Fantasy Reality. I mean, reality is the mighty one is struggling. He's probably the lowest scoring team in the league besides the Shock as of this week. And it's not typical Mighty fashion. I mean, we'll look to see you get back next year and get that one for the go for that run for the one for the thumb. Let's go to fantasy. Fantasy, yes, Big Willie's gonna die early this year. He's gonna fight all the way to the end. But I'm afraid, as usual, he's gonna come up short, and we all know that. But he's got Darren Sharper, who is by far the best player on his team, so he'll be all right. Yeah, we always gotta let the music simmer in a little bit, simmer in, get into your soul. Well, we'll start it off here, and I've been picking on Heater, saying he has the worst team in the league, and just like he did with Wiznuts back in the day, Heater stood up and went for his, got a big W. Yeah, this was a pretty good beatdown he put on me, but there's one more that stands out a little bit, and that's the studs. I mean, one thing the Brews have proven they know how to do, it's take a good beating. I mean, when he loses, he really loses. Studs have got it rolling right now. So we'd like to all say to the Brews, congratulations, you are the punk that stepped up to get beat down. Once again, it's on. Coming to the magically delicious part of the program. And I said, well, you're 0-7. You beat me. And anytime you beat me, you're a candidate. But I said, no, Heater doesn't deserve it. I was like, his team may not be 94 points a game, but they were better than 0-7. So he's not lucky. And then we come here, and you say, well, Mike picks up Ted Ginn, gets 30 points. I'm like, well, it's a good pickup, but is it magically? I mean, he lost. How lucky can you be? And then you come over to D-Sim. You know, anytime you score, you only have to put up 62 and win in this league. There's a certain amount of luck, but, you know, were you smashing out on the Lucky Charms, or did you just have a bowl or two this week? And then you come here. Wow. 23 points. I mean, Matthew, I don't know. Is it Puff Puff Smash with your Lucky Charms this week? Because you only needed 24. I mean, you were done at the 1 o'clock games. I mean, the Shockers had 11 at 4 o'clock. So, Chew, I'm afraid you have been doing a lot of work in the kitchen this week. Eating them Lucky Charms. And for that, we'd like to congratulate you because you are magically delicious.